Hello, book lovers. Christy from the Book Bar here. A literary cocktail. We are bringing you literally everything reading and writing that you could dream of. Today, I'm going to talk to you about free and cheap ways to read more, especially when you're on a budget. Maybe you're a mom like me trying to provide for 4 kids. And maybe find a little time for yourself. Maybe you're a teenager who only gets an allowance or is working a part-time job. Maybe you're somewhere in between and you're going to college or you're in the workforce. Whatever your story is, there are lots of different ways that we can spend less money doing something that we all love, reading. The first things I'm going to talk to you about are the free stuff. Number 1, go to your local library, sign up for a card. Easy peasy. You just gave yourself access to thousands of books for free. Many of the local libraries also have an online website where you can get a login, and then you have access to a ton of online books too. If you have an e-reader, you can read on your phone if you prefer to do that. But they're there, and it's free. So, hello. Number 2, book swaps. I do this so much. I'm a teacher by day, book ninja by night. But I have a little club at my school, and we do a book swap as much as we can. So I even have a shelf in my classroom where teachers will come and they'll pick a book, exchange a book, whatever. But we have a huge reading club. I'm very fortunate at my school that all the teachers are really into reading just like I am. So we all buy books and then we swap them. And that's a cheap and easy way. You've got neighbors, friends, family. Find that little niche of people that loves to do the same thing you do and then just do a book swap. And then you can also put a theme to it like we do sometimes and have a little Harry Potter theme or Halloween theme or a murder mystery theme. Make it fun. The next one, if you have it in your neighborhood, please do take advantage of it. It's the free little library. One of the things I know that Sarah and I are dying to do is build our own and then place them throughout the Houston area. More to come on that. That's just a #dreams thing. But in here, in my little Pearland, Texas, we do have a couple of them. And you can go and you can open the door and you can get a free book. You can place books inside of it. Freelittlelibrary.org is their website, so you can also see where they are located throughout the United States, not just in your neighborhood. One fun thing, if you haven't seen one side of town in your city, then go take a drive to one of the free little libraries. See some of the sites that you've never seen. Go get a book. Again, it's free, so take advantage. The last free option is NetGalley. You can sign up online. Basically what they do is they get books from publishers. Many of them are before they're released. So generally you're getting an advanced reading copy or an e-version of that. So do make sure that you have something to be able to read on that. But they'll give it to you in exchange for a free review. However, you get access to hundreds and thousands of different titles a lot of times before they're released. All you got to do is just go say if you liked it or not. So that is my last free option of reading on a budget. All right, folks, now we're going to get down to the cheap. How can we read with spending less money? There's always half-price books. You can go there. They have hundreds. Ours actually has more. It's huge. They don't always have all the top new release titles because, of course, they were just released and people may not have turned them in yet. But I was able to get Midnight Library there, and that's one of the hottest books right now. So I do recommend going to and checking out, if you haven't, your local half-price books. Also, when you've read them, you can turn them back in for some money, get another book. You just keep on doing that. They don't give you a ton, but they do give you some, and a little bit adds up. And if you're reading a lot, then eventually you'll just have another book. But that's cheap version number 1. Cheap number 2, go check all your clearance aisles out at Barnes & Noble and Books A Million. Those are the 2 shops that I shop at mainly when I'm out and about. If I do shop online, I'll go to Amazon. I have purchased off Barnes & Noble before, and they're great. And they also have a clearance online that you can shop, but go and check that out. Maybe you grab a book that you wouldn't think of. Maybe kind of go outside your genre, give it a little taste there. But that's my next on the cheap list, is going and checking out those clearance aisles. Also, here in Houston, we're a city of 4 million people. So if you go to some of the charity shops in town, they generally have a pretty good selection. People are cleaning out their closets, they're decluttering. They have a pretty stellar list of books that you can choose from at some of your charity shops. So I would recommend checking those out as well. The next one up is an app called Blinkist. This is for my nonfiction peeps. If you love to read leadership books, money books, finance books, cooking books, whatever, this is an app that will give you the highlights without having to read the whole book. So you sign up, there is a 7-day free trial, and the monthly cost is $12.99. And basically you're just getting a blink of that book. And then it's, you've kind of read the whole thing without having to get all of the meat and potatoes. You just get the meat. So that's the next one on my list. Go ahead and check it out. Tip number 4, buy paperback rather than hardcover. Once upon in my life, I only used to buy the hardcovers because that was just me. I was a hardcover snob. But now that I'm a mom and a wife and I have a family and I have things that I have to buy for all of those people, I have downgraded my life when I can to a paperback. Now they do get released after the hardcover, so there's that. But if you're willing to wait, or if there's one that's been out that you haven't checked out, there's most likely going to be a paperback out there. But the average cost of a hardcover is from $17 to $30, but the average cost of a paperback is anywhere from $10 to $15. So right out the gate, you're saving money there too. All right, next up, I'm going to show you one of my favorite things in the world. It's called the Book of the Month Club. I'm a member. It's $9.99 a month. I love it. It's like the highlight of every single month when it comes. So you get to choose your own book. They have all the top titles. They also have new releases, early releases, so you can have them before the public gets them. And again, it's only $9.99. Remember I said that a hardcover is generally $17 to $30. So right there, you're saving a ton of money just on one book. And all of their hardcover books are $9.99. So if you wanted to add another book, then you most certainly could. It doesn't matter which one it is. So you're going to be saving $7 to $20 on any book that you choose through Book of the Month. They also give you little gifts, incentives for referring friends. I referred a friend last month and I got a free book credit, so basically got a free book. These are all little ways that you can save. If you're a fast reader, then of course you're kind of soaking up more than one book a month. But if you're not, if you're one of those people that one book a month is fine with you because you want to chunk your reading, then this is perfect for you. Again, the links will be down at the bottom for you to be able to go and peruse that website. They also have an app as well for your phone. All right, next up is an app called Scribd. It's spelled Scribd. Now, this does have a 7-day free trial. It is also $9.99 a month. What you get with this is audiobooks, ebooks, magazines, and they also have sheet music, which is kind of cool. But you get a plethora of all the different titles. Now, if you are an audiobook person, this is going to be perfect because they have, I've listened to Stephen King, I've listened to Ruth Ware. They have, like I said, a lot of the top titles. And if they don't have, for instance, I also read on my iPad, and if I can't find a book, say on my unlimited version of Kindle, then I'll go to Scribd and it's most likely there. But it's another option for you if you do an e-reader or if you do an audiobook, then it's only $9.99 a month. But again, and you don't have to worry about shelf space. It's space saving. So if you're like me and you have no shelf awareness, this is perfect because you're not taking up all your shelf space with books. They're just right there online for you. Another audiobook option, because let's face it, audiobooks are pricey. Then you can go with Audible, again, Scribd, but this one's about Audible. It has I believe a 14-day trial that you can try that out. And it's $14.95 a month. So each month you pay that price and you get a book credit. And you get all the titles. They have every single one. New releases, the top ones, thrillers, mysteries, literary fiction, all of it. So if you are more of an audiobook person, this is a pretty good option for you. They also have anything that you can't find on Scribd. It's going to be on Audible. So it's a good one. All right, and my last tip to help you save is to go into Books A Million, go into Barnes & Noble, wherever you shop. Also support your indie bookstores. Locally, we have Murder by the Book and the Blue Willow Bookshop. A lot of those places will have memberships where you can sign up for $25 a year. I have an educator membership, and so I get discounts on any of my purchases. I think it's 20% at Barnes & Noble. I think it's the same at Books A Million. But look into those because I know also with the Barnes & Noble, I believe you get 40% off of new releases or hardcovers. So go in there and check those out. It's an upfront cost, but again, $25 a year is really not much, and you're getting discounts every time you go in, so you're not having to pay full price. So that's my last tip for how to read cheap. All right, book lovers, thank you so much for tuning in today and learning a few tips on how to read free and how to read cheap so we can read more. If you have a question, please do put it in the comments. I'll be sure to answer that. I'll have links to all of the things that I talked about today, all the websites, all of the apps, everything down there. Also, please do hit that subscribe button. Let's support each other in this writing and reading community. I know that Sarah is going to be posting a video this week as well, so please tune in for that. And then again, for next week, I will be talking about e-readers, so please tune into that as well. Have a wonderful, fabulous day. Goodbye.